Welcome back, everybody. So last time we got a lot done. We had the first Kerbal in space, technically, and we got a lot of science for that as well. We got struts, we got service bays, we got fairings, and we got a magnetometer. So in the last video, one Sky Smeller, incredible name, very fitting, suggests we go to the moon. There's a lot of science there. And I was aware of this. I just have been worrying about our relay situation. So I'm not quite sure that this little guy is going to be quite enough unless we time it absolutely perfectly to where this is always visible when we're trying to make maneuvers. Because otherwise, we'll just lose connection on the way. It'll get flung out into Lord knows where, and it'll get lost. So I think the plan would be launch a few more relays, maybe a polar relay as well. So I think that's the plan currently. Sky Smeller also suggested we use asparagus staging instead of relying on SRBs as basically the only form of propulsion that I have to get out of atmosphere, which is a great idea. And it's very fuel efficient, very mass efficient, thrust to weight ratio efficient, however you want to put that. But without fuel pipes, it's pretty difficult. Which brings me to another comment. Sunbear69420 said that it might be possible with the proper configuration of fuel priority and decoupler cross-feed settings. So I'm going to give that a shot, see if it's doable, because we do have radial decouplers that can accept... can accept... So that wasn't working all that well. I think I'm just going to wait for fuel lines, wherever they may be. Is it fuel lines? Yes, external fuel duct. So that's going to need advanced rocketry, which is 45 science, and then fuel systems, which is 90. And then we can start doing some asparagus staging. I will try to figure out the decoupler thing off camera. But it might just be more complicated than it's worth in efficiency savings because SRBs are really cheap and I'm not too worried about our money situation. However, speaking of the money situation, before we go to the moon, I also think we should upgrade the tracking station. Because at level 1, not only is our DSN power pretty pitiful, but we don't actually have patched conics even available. And patch conics are kind of necessary, well, not necessary, but definitely very, very helpful in missions that go beyond Kerbin. So I think that's going to be a priority as well. We're a little over halfway there already. And since we got the first Kerbal in space, we do have 2 contract slots open. Now I could upgrade mission control to get 7 active contracts. And I know I said last time that we'd be doing a lot of contracting, so I'm kind of considering that. If we just do tons and tons and tons of part testing, we can make our money back pretty quick. I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's do it. Okay, down to 31K. That's not bad. Let's see what we can do. Parachute into flight above Kerbin. That's a decent amount of money. Sure. Stack separator. And we just need to haul it. We don't need to use it. So I'm thinking that's going to be okay. Test the spark splash down at Kerbin. That's fine. We'll be landing in the ocean. No worries about that. Test a heat shield in flight. Well, it's a lot of money, but oh man, last time I did this was painful because I didn't do it the right way. And I don't really want to do it because of that. Testing a heat shield at the launch site, however, is definitely doable. Test a Juno basic jet engine in flight over Kerbin. This is very low and very slow. I assume this means it wants me to just make a plane, but we can get around that. This one wants me to test a liquid fuel engine landed at Kerbin. That's easy. Goldfish in flight over Kerbin. Okay, now this one's a little more tricky. Let's see here. So it's not very similar to any of the other in-flights above Kerbin ones that we have, but I think it's probably doable. So we're going to go ahead and take it. And now let's make some absolute monstrosity to carry all these parts. All right, first things first, a Mark 16 parachute. Now, what is that? That is one of these guys. Plop him right on top. Let's see, what are you? A TSTD. This is a TS12 stack separator. It's pretty large. Okay, good to know. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's get some more fuel tanks. And in between, I think I'm going to be using a service bay. Oh yeah, now we're cooking. Look at that. Oh, it's looking fantastic. Move on to a Spark liquid fuel engine splashdown at Kerbin. I think those are pretty light. I think I'm going to just set it down right there. That looks fantastic. We're going to change the thrust limiter to 0 just in case. This is the doohickey. Incredible. Okay, we need to test a 1.875 meter heat shield. 1.87, that is absolutely fucking massive. This thing is huge. Yeah, that I would trust that. The Angora liquid fuel engine landed at Kerbin. Is this a good engine by any chance? This has barely any thrust whatsoever. So it's a version of the Goldfish with a longer nozzle for higher altitude operation. Okay. Oh, it's available in really small. So maybe we could just put it in there with it. Nice. Nice. We got 2 engines to be tested in there. Perfect. Oh, we need to test a Juno basic jet engine in flight over Kerbin. Okay. So let's grab a Juno. This thing is huge. Oh my goodness. Where am I going to put this? Where am I going to put this? I could put it on the bottom like that. Oh no. Perhaps another service bay is in order. Okay, maybe 2 service bays. Maybe 2. I mean, it looks okay. I mean, that actually fits it though. Okay, it looks a little silly. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looks a little silly. But I think it works. I think it works. Okay, I added a couple more parachutes because we have elongated this device quite a bit here. Now we just need to be able to actually fly this darn thing. Presumably with a Zorby. No, I need a liquid fuel engine for this. Something that's got guts. I'm thinking a Reliant is kind of what I want here. I don't know if the swivel will just have enough oomph, enough chutzpah to get me up there. So that gives me 2,313 meters per second of delta V with a just over 2 thrust away ratio. That seems like it's good to me, especially after we jettison this. I'm not sure exactly how heavy it is, but oh, I guess I can see here. So we're 10.1 tons. Now we're 9.6 tons. And we jumped up to 2.17. So yeah, that's going to be good. We need some fins. Fins? I remembered. We need fins. We're going to name this the Abomination. Oh, look at that. That looks fantastic. All right, let's get this thing airborne, shall we? Oh, God damn it. I'm 1 part over. I got to take the stability enhancers off, but it looked so cool. I guess I can just use 2. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. It's way less cool, but what can you do? Here we are. Here we are. All right. First things first, the heat shield. Test it out at the launch site. Run test. Boom. There's one already. Okay. Heat shield is done. So let's go ahead and decouple. Oh dear. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Next is we had a landed, right? Ah, the Angora is what we're testing. Landed. Activate the part through staging sequence when all conditions are met. I believe all conditions have been met, so we activate. Test done. Perfect. So the next one is going to be the Juno. Of 0 to 2,000 going this fast. So we are good to crank that throttle and just go for it, I think. Oh, I forgot the goldfish. Oh well, If we can get everything else, I'll be a happy man. Oh shit, I need to test the Juno. There we go. Okay, I tested a little bit early, but I was able to do it again. Cool. Don't have the goldfish, so we're good to go. Haul the parachute. We need to slow down for that parachute. Okay, we got the parachute. Now we need to speed up again. And we are going to the right. That's good. I'd rather go... I have no control over this vessel, I just realized. I'm sure it'll be okay. So we need to splash down and then get to this altitude at this specific speed. So splashdown might be a little difficult with the whole not being able to aim this goddamn thing. But I'm sure this will be doable. I'm honestly astonished at how well it handles for having zero control whatsoever. Okay, well... I mean, I say that, but it's looking a little interesting now. Well, honestly, only missed one though. Well, as long as we splash down, but as long as we splash down, we're good to go. Let's go ahead and deploy this. Whoa, that was quick. Jesus, it always surprises me. And the drogue chutes I'm going to deploy like now. Because if I lose connection, I want them to automatically go off. Okay, you're armed. You're armed. You're armed. You're armed. Now I'm a little too aerodynamic, I worry, because our probe body is at the very top. Oh yeah. Oh dear. Oh gosh, it's getting up there. We're about to lose something. Okay, well, you know what? That didn't go too bad. That didn't go too bad. That one was for you, Sky Smeller, okay? There were no SRBs involved whatsoever. And we got the Heat Shield quest done. We got the Angora quest done. Got the Juno one done. That was a lot of money. Media Circus 1, apparently, is available now. We got the Parachute one done, 10,000. And that was, I believe, 5 or 4. 4 completed, which isn't bad. What else can we do? A radial decoupler on a suborbital trajectory for $29,000? Hey, yo. I mean, that's completely doable. We just make a throwaway ship that can reach this altitude and come back down and just put a decoupler on it as well. That's totally doable. I think we should go do the Spark real quick as well. So we just need to splash down and we're good to go. Now, I didn't actually check if the Spark has gimbal or not. It does. Okay, perfect. Stability assist on, please. Crank it. And we ride. Look, this is so cute. Whoa. Easy. 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 Hey, yo. Okay, a little less aggressive on the turn. I said a little less aggressive on the turn. That might make it. Okay, we might make it. We might not make it. We might not make it. We're not gonna make it. Third time's the charm. You know what? I know why it's pulling down so hard. It's because of this thing. What is it? F10? F11? There it is. Yeah, look at all that drag. Unreal. No, I didn't mean to pull the chute so early. Oh my god. It's so peaceful. Just lazily falling through the air. And... there we are. Let's see here. Kerbin, splash down. Test it out for me. Perfect. Contract complete. Recover the vessel. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, now this one, I believe, let's see, the radial decoupler one. Yeah, this one is going to have a specialized vessel, I think. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do multiple of these at a time. I might try to do the stack separator at the same time. But I think I do want a hex for this. And I do also want a service bay. put the hex in the service bay. And you know what? I'm going to be high enough that I think we can use the magnetometer boom. I do plan on retrieving this, so I don't see why not. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now we're trying to do a radial decoupler. Right. So I'm going to grab another one of these service bays. And it is a TT70 radial decoupler. How big is that? It's massive. Good Lord. Even that's not big enough. I'm going to have to actually just drag these up there. I think I'm going to grab a Science Junior as well. I know we need it in low space, either that or high space. So might as well get some science while we're at it, is what I'm thinking. So another issue I would run into with asparagus staging currently is this is the only liquid fuel, well, not the only liquid fuel tank that I have, but the largest fuel tank that I have. So I would very quickly run into parts count issues if I were to, say, grab one of these and put it like on there. Way too many parts. Whereas with an SRB, you know, it's literally just one part. So I think we definitely are going to have to do asparagus staging later, unless I just make smaller crafts, which is another option, but not exactly the one that I'm trying to do. I was considering putting tail fins on here, which would help. Well, now I've actually convinced myself. Maybe it would just be better. I would need to limit the authority to probably like 3 degrees. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have exactly enough parts to add 2 SRBs to this setup. No, because I need to grab one of these decouplers too. I forgot about these. What I'm going to do is put them out there and then just kind of bring them on in. I'm guessing that this line indicates where they shove off, but I'm honestly not sure. All right, mister, decouple for me. Whoa, okay. So they jump off at the base. All right, it perturbs me. What if I were to put this on the bottom instead? Oh, that's not gonna work, is it? Okay, so the new plan is to have 4 of them symmetrical like so, which I don't know if it will cause any issues. I don't think there's any like turbulence simulation or anything because I have 4 of these and 3 fins. I think that'll be okay. And to keep 2 of them and to use 2 of them. Okay, maybe I ditch the tail fins for these fins because I don't need to go incredibly fast. This has no speed requirement, just altitude. You know what? Let's just give it a shot. And if we have to make any adjustments, so be it. All right, let's see here. This will be the first one. Yeah, that's a lot of drag. I wish I would have thought about it first when I got this contract and noticed how enormous these are. We are at our speed goal now. We just need to get to altitude. There it is. Okay, stack separator, done. Now we just need to we need to hit 280, test it out, and we're done. So I'm watching this for 280. Magnetometer report while in space near Kerbin, you say. Well, don't mind if I do. Let's go ahead and run this magnetometer. Oh, look at that. That looks cool. 12 science? I'm not too upset with that. Why don't you go ahead and retract? And we're almost at our 280 goal. I'll probably hit 285. Just to be right in the middle. There we go. Okay, we're almost there. 277, 78, 79, and 280. We got a check mark. We press the space bar. We pressed... Oh, there we go. Cool. That's done and done. Now we speed it up until we're near the atmosphere, do a little retrograde burn, and we're home free. Okay. So far, so good. We're almost out of Delta V, though. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Oh, shit. Oh, no. What happened? Oh, God. Okay, here we go. I think I deployed the parachutes. Deploy mode when safe. Deploy oh. I lost connection. Why did I lose connection? I should be connected. I think I messed up with my staging. I'll have to go back and look at the footage, but I'm pretty sure I messed up on my spacebar. I'm also confused as to why I don't have probe control when there's the green line here. Indicating that this has lost connection with KSC. I see. Okay. So I can communicate with this vessel just fine, but this vessel is unable to send the signal back to KSC. Gotcha. We'll be fine. Bloop. Look at that. Totally fine. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. All right, so contract 1, stack separator done. Contract 2, radial decoupler done. Very nice. All we have left is the goldfish. We could probably pick up some more though. But this goldfish has kind of been the bane of my existence. We're going to do these real quick. We got the torch landed at Kerbin and the Kodiak landed at Kerbin. All right. Run a test for me. And run a test for me. That's 2 contracts. Easy as that. All right. I got the next set of contracts here. So I got this. And one feature I really like about this game is you can make this a subassembly. Going to name this Hex Payload. And then save it. So then now, if I want to do some more of these contracts fairly cheaply, I go to advanced mode, subassemblies, and here it is, Hex Payload. All built up for me. Pretty handy. So, as I was saying, the next contract set we got here is a drogue chute in flight above Kerbin. We're just hauling it, so I'm not too worried about that. It's pretty low, it's pretty slow. We have a Juno basic jet engine at the launch site. Very, very easy. Not worried about it whatsoever. We have the goldfish that we've had for a while, unfortunately. I'm going to try to put the goldfish in a service bay. Hopefully it works out. So if we make it compact, we can barely see it. Just plug it in just there. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to test that out, activate it through the staging sequence, yada, yada, yada. Give me no thrust on there. And we need to test a 1.5 size decoupler. Not sure I'm familiar with this. Oh dear. It's large. It is very large. I need to start seeing what these things are before accepting them. That is such a big decoupler. I'm going to have to do that afterwards. All right, there we go. So that is these 3 quests. So we test out the Juno first, snap it off, do an actual flight, and then we're going to be testing out this goldfish at these particular altitudes and speeds. And then we only need to haul the radial mount drogue chute into flight above Kerbin, so I'm not worried about that. And that seems like a good setup to me. All right, here we go. So we test the Juno. Juno has been tested. Get it out of here. And then we fly until we reach this goldfish area. No, actually, I want to reach this first because it's lower. Just hopefully we can get enough speed. We should be okay. 2.5 thrust weight ratio. And we do want to splash down, so I'll give it a... Oh, geez. That's very responsive. There we go. Hauled. And now we just need to worry about the goldfish. Maintain this particular speed for a bit until we reach 16K. Then we're good to go. And just like that, that's all 3. I don't think I could have asked for a better landing. Oh, I lost connection right here. Oh my, oh, I've regained connection. Just kill it. Kill it. We're good. We're chilling. All right, there we go. $2,000, $10,000, and $13,000. I'm not too upset about that. So we're just going to get this decoupler splashdown at Kerbin. All right, so I grabbed another splashdown quest. We're going to do both of these at the same time. Should be easy. Should be good. All right, so here's my idea. I'm not sure if this is actually going to work because it looks like this is attached by nothing, but it might. My idea was to put them in this configuration and then take a fairing upside down so that I can build it like so. Like that. It looks a little funky, but I think it's going to work. Grab some fins and call it a day. Does it look goofy? Yes. Does it work? Probably. I mean, really, I could have made this way less complicated and just relied on the fact that the water is much more forgiving for landings, but I don't know. I love me some fairings. I love me some creative use of the parts available, and I'm just having a good time with it. And look at that. Good distance. Let's hit it. Oh, so here's the deal. Parachutes need to be in a separate stage, turns out. If they try to deploy at the same time, bad stuff happens. We have crossed over into the water. Pop the fairings. Pop the chutes. Perfect. And then we have both of these staged at the same time, ideally working to complete both of these. We are officially splashed down now. Activate the part through staging, activate the part through staging. So this should do both of them. Yes, it did. Nice. All right, contract complete, 8,000, contract complete, 8,000, and contract slot machine has opened up. Nice. And we can grab this guy. Oh, I accidentally pressed fly. Well, I suppose I could just recover the vessel. Sure. Nice. That got us back another $2,000. Contracting debris, recover. That's another $1,000. We are penny pinching. Oh, looks like it's raining. Oh, neat. Okay, we're up to 180. That's where we were before. It's where we were before. We're a little over halfway there. And I have an idea. I think we can do a crewed stable orbit. I want to do a test first, a practice run, if you will, with a probe to get an orbit and then come back. I want to get a design that works. We also have a nice little science data from space around Kerbin that we can do at the same time. Okay, so we need a stable orbit, first of all. We need a vessel that has the ability to carry a Kerbal, and it needs to have the ability to come back down safely. So I'm going to start with a hex and a cockpit. Just to simulate, you know, having a Kerbal. Like, we're going to want to build around this for sure. Now listen, I know these are SRBs. I know this. But they're just so cost efficient. One of these things is only $850, and one swivel engine is $1,200. And another good thing about these SRBs is we have the perfect part amount with them. Look at that. I think this is a winning design. Oh my gosh, they wobble so much. I should have put them more in the middle, I think. But it'll be okay. We do need a gravity turn here. Not something crazy, but a bit. Okay. So far, so good. This is looking nice. I forgot the drogue chutes. It'll probably be fine. It'll be fine. I think I did my gravity turn a little too rough. A little too eccentric. Oh, we definitely made our target. I wasn't even paying attention to that apoapsis, but that's pretty good. So I'm using a little too much, well, not too much. I'm using more fuel than I would have liked to. All right. That is an orbit, certainly. With 641 meters per second of delta V, I don't have high hopes that this is going to be a safe re-entry. And I'm thinking we need less parts. Okay, so we have 4 parts to work with. We are carrying less mass into orbit, which gives us a better thrust to weight ratio. We're going to have a better gravity turn. Last time was a little too eccentric. I think that costs us some delta V. So I might just put 4 drogue chutes on it and call it a day. You ready, Jeb? Let's do it. There's a storm a brewing. This bodes ill. Let's go. Oh, it's facing a different direction. I guess this is going to be a polar orbit. Not ideal. They'll turn him back now. I mean, there is turning back. I could revert, but let's see how this plays out. Oh, we lost a fin. Oh, God, there goes another fin. Oh, boy. Oh, there goes the last fin. Nope, we still got one more fin. Well, never mind. Not even close. Oh, man. Okay, well, revert to launch. I think what we should do is instead of having 4 drogue chutes, we have 2 drogue chutes and 2 more fuel tanks. I'm going to do a little spin maneuver. Whoa, little too much there, Jeb. Little too much there, Jeb. And this way we'll be flying with the equator, which I think is a bit more efficient than trying to go for a polar orbit. Oh, Jesus. It hit us on the way down, but I don't think it took out any parts. I think it destroyed the nose cone that was on top of it already. And now we have a lot more delta V to play with while we're securing our orbit, which is good. There we go. That is a stable orbit. Hit us with our retrograde so that we can start aerobraking. Putting my vessel perpendicular to the planet to hopefully, I think, maximize the amount of friction we get on the air. Well, it looks like the perpendicular trick worked. Holy moly. Our apoapsis is almost in the atmosphere now, too. It looks like we only need 1 session of aerobraking then, in that case. I'm going to flip it again. That way we fly a bit. And then we're just going to coast. And we are actually gaining apoapsis here, which is kind of crazy. All right, we are heating up. We're going to lose these fins. We know this, and it's going to be okay. Jeb might get a little perturbed. Whoa! All right, chill out. Chill out. We're going a little too fast here. I might have to hit the engines. And hope it's enough. Yeah, I hit the drogue chutes. I think we're looking good, though. Nice. Okay, drogue chutes. Drogue chutes deployed successfully. And we are safe anytime. Oh my gosh, it worked! Honestly, just the drogue chutes would be fine. We're only going 40 meters per second. Like, I'll do the other ones just in case. Right about now. But honestly, the drogue chutes alone would have been sufficient, I think. For Ploop. And that is what I would call a successful mission. Hey, I missed it, but Jeb leveled up. And just like that, $78,000 for science, 18 reputation, crewed stable orbit. Experimental data from space around Kerbin. That was the other contract. Perfect. Stagnated research. What's that? Adds reputation to contract rewards, but increases, it doubles science research cost, and it costs 100 science just to set up. Jeez. I mean, I kind of just want to do some more part testing until we get to 300,000, but to be fair, if I spent 300,000 in having it, we wouldn't be able to launch anything. We do have enough science to get one of these bad boys if we so want. I'm thinking advanced rocketry is probably the move here. It gets us the Kodiak, which has some pretty good thrust. It does not have any gimbal though. No gimbal. That kind of kills it for me. But the Terrier is the main attraction here. And a bigger fuel tank obviously would be nice for sure. Our only other option is flight control. It would be nice to have these winglets for sure. These ones are actually meant to be put on, fuselages, or not fuselages, but, rocket bodies. Or we save a little longer and get something on the second, or what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th rung. Wait a minute. So we'd be able to get fuel systems then. You don't need both. You only need one. Okay. Well, maybe that's the vibe then. We go for fuel systems for external fuel ducts and asparagus staging. Oh my gosh. Now that's a fuel tank. Or simple command modules. That way we could actually rely on heat shields and sending Kerbals back into the atmosphere in a little tin can here. It's the tried and true method. The Onion is also very good. I think most of these are modded, so it'd be interesting to play around with some of them and see what they can do. Space exploration doesn't spark joy in me just yet. Like, I'm excited for it, but it's more focused on landing on other bodies, and we don't really have the facilities for that quite yet. Miniaturization would be nice for more antennas, better antennas, and then the cheapest probe core on the market. And then electrics for obvious reasons. Lights are nice, bigger batteries are nice, and solar panels. But I think right now we save a little bit. Maybe go for fuel systems, maybe go for advanced rocketry. We'll see what happens. Let's see what Mission Control has to offer. And it looks like, yep, they want us to go right to the moon. All right. So next is definitely getting some more relays up there. All right. This recording is getting a little long. I'm just having a really good time. Like I said in the description of the last video, I'm trying to get these out a little more often just because I'm having such a blast. But we'll see. The editing takes forever. Getting better at it, but still takes a while. Next time, we are definitely going to try to get to the moon with a probe. And to do that, we're going to make some relays, as I talked about in the beginning of the video, so that we can really get out there. So the way I'm thinking, order of operations here, is we will grab this relay network quest, because this is basically just telling me how I should be doing this anyway. Do one of those, two of those, however many, and then upgrade the tracking station so that we get just a base buff to our DSN here, and patch conics, which is also, not necessary, but very nice to have to get to the moon. And then we launch a probe to the moon. I'm hoping I can get all that done in the next video, but we'll see. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you had a good time. Goodness gracious. Have a good one.